went from the little Japanese restaurant to the top of the studio stairs, man. I almost stopped by there today and I was going to say, man, you want some fried rice or what? What's going on? Have you ever eaten over there?
Oh, of course.
Is it good?
Yeah. You know, the owner of this building took me there to eat, and that's how he was like an Italian guy, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Putting it on a napkin. Here's the deal, dude.
Okay. Oh, when you lease the place.
Yes.
Man, you better keep track of that napkin because otherwise they could take you out, bro. They could take you out.
It could be a synonymous.
You'd have a Guido over here and a Sarducci. And be like,
I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
You can't refuse it, Dad. It's going to be cheap rent, but you got to pay on time.
But the only thing you got to do is bring that Rob Mullins character.
Bring that guy over that knows all those old songs from the jazz songbook. That's what we're talking about.
How are you, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing all right. I just got back from a California tour, West Coast tour.
And how was it, brother? Tell me.
It was really fun,
You always do some fun stuff. I always see some of your posts up there. It looks like you're having a blast.
Well, you know, that's the, I always show Facebook and Instagram the 1% of good stuff that's happening in my life, and the other 99% of the time I'm like pushing a mop in a diner, you know, mostly. But wow, it was fun, man. We had a reunion of a nightclub that I used to play at, KUHS Japanese restaurant that was in Huntington Beach, and it was many years ago. It started there in the mid-90s, but you know, I like when I can get a residency or a house gig going. I like being able to do something every week, and man, the people that came through that gig over the years, it was amazing. Wilton Felder from the Crusaders and I were working together a lot at that point, and he would just drive down in his Rolls to this little Japanese restaurant, same thing, Japanese restaurant, and people would be like, oh, whoa, who's going to get out of the Rolls? And it would be Wilton, and we'd be like, the Godfather of Soul has come out to hang. But you know, Eric Marienthal would play over there, and Jeff Cashua from the Rippingtons, Peter White, who's a famous smooth jazz guitar. You probably play Peter White on your show.
Oh, I do. Peter White that's some good stuff.
Some really good recordings. So anyway, we did it, that place is gone, so we did another place called Campus Jacks in Newport Beach. And it's a 200-seater, and we sold it out. And I'm telling you what, man, all these people from 30 years ago, I was really worried because I was thinking, well, I was young then, but some of the fans were older. How many of them are even still with us? Are they? Oh, you know.
Do we need?
I said, do we need extra wheelchair ramps? Do we need oxygen tank backups for my fans? I was getting really scared.
You're really going out there though.
Oh man,
oxygen tank.
Well, you got to worry about it.
Walkers and stuff.
Well, if they can't get up to the stage to buy a CD, you got to help them out. But it was incredible, man. Brian Bromberg, who you probably also play on your show, great bass player. Greg Vale, Tony Guerrero, Jeffrey Lewis on drums from Dionne Warwick's band.
Wow.
He's playing at SoFi.
And you know, it's funny, I was looking at Dionne Warwick on a video just yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Just admiring her delivery. And
yeah,
isn't that, what's her name, Whitney Houston's auntie?
Well, you know, the apple didn't fall far from the tree, but the difference with Dionne is that she's, you know, had a very centered and kind of calm, purposeful thing, and continued her music all the way from the Burt Bacharach days, right?
Oh, remember that? Burt Bacharach was...
Well, Bacharach. I said Burt Bacharach.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That's why I
put that.
Yeah, that's when he's in Vegas. He's Burt Bacharach. He's stuck in a table.
Rob, he came in. Let me tell you how Rob entered our place. He came up the stairs and was at the door. It says, "Do not enter. Stay out."
Musicians, it's natural. Yeah. It's like
go in the
back door, man. I saw the front door. I was like, no, there's security over there. I gotta come in the other
There's
way.
always security. You know, that's something that we do really practice here. A lot of security, cameras and everything.
Unlike a lot of the millennials and the younger people in the world that are practicing insecurity and fear, and that's something that I always try and encourage people. Bring your kids, bring your grandkids to my shows. Get them out of the house, get them off of their computer, get them out of that fearful environment of, the internet. What are the people on Instagram going to think of my tennis shoes? Nobody cares, man. use the
That's
shoes
virtual.
on your feet to walk to the car, then drive the car to Dazzle on
And
September
Come and
21st.
check out Rob Mullins. That's right. Now check it out. This is what's really neat about it. You had this fantastic couple of shows over at the classic piano store.
Oh my God.
Dude, that was like boom, boom, boom.
That was
we were like
amazing.
getting a lot of calls here. I says, and there was these young people here just loving it, and they're kind of like they're a modeling setup for that look.
Dude, you had a flash mob of young millennial promoters
Like that? Yeah, that's right.
working on the thing, and I saw you post that video, and there everybody was like, yo, 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 the thing on the back, and they were like, yeah, Rob Mullins, and then, who the heck is Rob Mullins? Oh yeah, right, the jazz guy. And that was so cute, man. You had it all.
Yeah,
had them all.
I said, I'm gonna.
Well, you had them here in your new studio living room filming area, which is just gorgeous. It's an incredible studio, the new one.
Yeah, a lot of people have liked this place, and we can do live music in here now. We can bring people. It's not crowded, and we can do all these cool things, and we have been. I had this one gal in here. She's from India, but she's a movie star in the movies. So it was all these variables we get in here. So I say,
Was she a Bollywood gal?
No.
Oh, that's the movies. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know.
Well, okay, I'll
Out of
educate
India.
Henry about
You
India
have to.
later.
You're the one traveling to India.
Right,
And
but go ahead.
I'm gonna
Yes,
go
you
there.
had her here, and
Go
she was amazing. right?
Greatest of all time. Yes, I know, Rob.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, we celebrated our 50th year. I don't know if you know that. We're 50 years old. A lot of people don't know that about this background of this crazy man. 50 years.
That just means you're old.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's
That's
like-
right, yeah.
But you've been doing the
Everything.
station and all your media stuff for 50 years, and
Yes,
you.
and
But how
producing
many
shows.
How many incarcerations, bro? Like
18.
18. Okay.
And I got one out of New York City prison, actually.
Yeah, well, New York City prison is a place where the fake Rob Mullins is going to go. Did I ever tell you that
The
story?
fake Rob Mullins. There's no fake Rob Mullins.
There
There's
is.
only one Rob Mullins, and he is here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is
The other guy is a virtual criminal.
Virtual criminal.
Hey, that'd be a good title for an album, man.
I was thinking of
Virtual
that, yeah.
criminal. That would
Yes.
be hilarious.
Yeah, that would be great.
Well, man,
actually.
how did you? I mean, 50 years. This is obviously, well, to me, I've only known you
morphed
about
into
5
this.
years. This is probably this is one of the nicer studios around the area. I mean, did you start out kind of like Louis Rossman, the computer guy in Central Park fixing iPhone screens?
Yeah, that's more or less that's a good way to put it, because we started with this one guy out in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was 28 listeners that we had, and we patched into his server, and
Wow.
we would hand off to each other. It was so basic and archaic.
Mhm.
And now it's become so advanced and so out there, you can't even understand it.
Well, the technology in 50 years it's
Jeez.
almost like, you were around when they invented the sailing ship with Columbus, and then how did you end up getting off of Columbus's ship to start the studio?
Well, I had some
I'm just
friends.
messing with you.
I had some friends
There's
here.
some friends in the lower deck.
Yeah.
That's where the jazz guys are always on the cruise ships, man.
Just like on the one, what is it, the one movie with the Titanic. All the jazz guys come up on deck and start playing music.
I know, man,
Before they
because-
sank.
Yeah, well, that's the
That
whole
was
thing.
Rob Mullins.
Now, the contract on those cruise ships is really brutal, because even if you're sinking, if you don't play to the top of that hour and finish the gig, you don't get paid for the whole week.
There was this meme up online, Rob, it was really cool. It showed these people sitting there waiting to get paid. The whole band is standing there looking at, staring up. You remember those days, right?
There's those
You're waiting
days
for
where,
the bar owner or whatever, he's back there counting his money, and you're just sitting there waiting and waiting.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've told some of those stories about getting paid on Facebook. There's always a thing, but Duke Ellington is a famous jazz guy from back in the day, one of our greatest composers. And there's a meme going around Facebook right now about him, and he says, well, to keep my band going, I had to have a gimmick. And you want to know what my gimmick is? I pay them money. That's the gimmick. They always show up to get the cash. Hey, we're gonna.
I've got one of your tunes up here, track 1. Do you remember it on your album?
My album. Well, the latest album is
Yeah, that's
album
the latest
43. So, but this would
Track
be,
1.
if it's the new album, it's Body and Soul
Okay.
from the Trio record. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. Here we go. right now you can go to the radio site and hear it clear as day because we take our voices off the radio part so that way you can hear Rob Mullins. You hear that right in the background? Isn't that sweet? Dude is hot. I mean, he played this over there at the classic piano store. He was jamming over. I heard it was phenomenal.
It was great, man. We were sold out over there. Bob Baker said to tell you hi.
Yeah.
And he sent a little present that I've got for you that I'll slip you under the table. But yeah, Bob is a phenomenal pianist, and a lot of people don't realize, and I didn't even realize how good of a pianist Bob was.
But you guys got after.
I heard him play last December. He had his own concert, and I was like, man, I want to team up with this guy.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna play at the Inglewood Civic Center on December the 28th. Is going to be our next gig. It's a bigger venue than the Piano Store, and that's coming up. And well, you helped us with that. You had all your millennials out there.
Did you like
yo,
it?
hey. Man, I love that commercial. Tamara loved that too. We were like,
cool.
wow.
I said, I'm going to give it a new flavor because you got some good stuff. You can't be stuck or be complacent in the delivery of advertising Rob Mullins sometimes. And I thought, hey, he's going to like this. I'll see if he likes it.
I loved it, man. And it got a lot of chuckles and a lot of likes on Facebook because people were saying, wow, these are people in their 20s that are digging, the old white guy's music. And I appreciate that because the music is really about feeling good, being in a better mood, lifting your spirits. I mean, the world is a crazy place now, and I always want people to know they're going to go to a Rob Mullins show, they're going to come out of that show feeling better than they left, right? Well, unless they get food poisoning. But that's not my department.
Oh,
that doesn't happen very often.
Rob, no, come on.
That doesn't happen very often.
At all.
I mean, it used to happen at that place in Huntington Beach where we just commemorated the anniversary because it was a Japanese restaurant, but there weren't any Japanese employees at that place.
There's all the Mexicans in the back cooking.
Yeah, the trumpet player said this about this place, which is something to see if I can do it right. Only in a Japanese restaurant owned by the Chinese with all Filipino employees could a white guy hire a Mexican to play black music.
I was kind of saying something like that the other day. I was over at this restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
The guy going into the back throw the trash was the Mexican guy who cooks the food.
Right.
For the Japanese people. But
Yeah,
the
well,
little
why
white
is
girl up front was the one serving.
Right.
And so...
Right, but why is it that Mexicans can cook every type of food better than the people from the country of the food?
I know. Always.
Anytime you go anywhere and you're like, oh, I'm at Ruth Chris Steakhouse. The porterhouse is $205. You go in the back and there's a cafe in the back.
Órale, man. ¿Qué pasó?
Yeah, but I love
cocinando todas estas cosas.
I love the new studio, man. You got a good view here of the car wash.
Well, no, there's the natural grocers.
Oh, natural. Are they?
Well, he brings up a lot of good looking. Now we got something bad happening. Well, it's good actually, but it's maybe bad for whoever comes in here. Zumba is set up right across the way here. They just cleaned that place out and they made it look fabulous.
I don't even know what a Zumba is. So.
Zumba is an exercise class for women. So it's not going to be good. Nobody want to come in here and get on. They're going to say, excuse me, I got to go to the restroom. Sure you do.
That's as bad as my uncle back in Missouri. I'm like, hey, Uncle Mel, what's going on today? He says, I'm watching women's basketball because I'm really checking out the quality of play. I'm like, no, man, it's the same thing as the Zumbas. It's like, you're digging all these girls jumping around. I mean, that's fine. I guess in our era, it was okay to enjoy women like doing athletic things. Now it's kind of not because just our very existence could be considered hostile.
Hostile.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm still here. I can't believe I'm still cooking. I mean, after all these years.
Yeah. You're originally from Denver, Rob. I mean, you love coming here. You know you do.
I really love Colorado a lot, and there's so many great things about it. I mean, I just recently, last week, I played at the Muse up in Lafayette, which is a great performance space. We had the CD release party, Full Cycle in Boulder, which is another thing. And then I've got Dazzle coming up with my new band September 21st in the Piano Store. there's really a lot of great jazz here.
Oh, there's fantastic.
I mean, just
jazz
amazing.
here.
And then plus, Dazzle's bringing Ron Carter back.
Dazzle's been on fire with their new place.
Yeah, they're on fire. They're doing great things down there. And I played their little piano lounge thing a couple of times.
That's the one that's the
It's like the El Chapultepec. Yeah, and man, it's pretty funny because you walk in there, and it's off to the side. And the last time well, 2 times ago when they called me to do the thing, there was another band that was playing before me in the main room, and that guy used to play with Elton John.
Wow.
But the last time he saw Elton John was in 1980. So he's riding like how many is that, 50 years?
Yeah.
That's around the time you guys started this, right? So he was doing that, and he had sent me this whole list of all these requirements about what I was going to do. And then it was the girl who was booking the lounge said, well, if Mr. Former Elton John wants to come up and play piano during your piano lounge, you've got to get off that bench. And you got to let him jump up there. And I was thinking to myself, fine, man, I'll just go sit and have a cup of coffee and get the money. I don't care what happens. But he was, very concerned about my thing being up to his standards until he heard me play. Because I went and I invited him and said, hey, man, come on up here. I got me and my student, Gavin's going to be here. Come on, jump up. We'll play some jazz. He heard me play at the end of his gig.
He didn't want to get up there.
16 bars, and you know what he did? He turned around and started packing his stuff as fast as possible
Get out of
and going out the side door. I was like, come on, man. But it's a nice little lounge there, and Dazzle has always been a favorite place for me. I mean, they're on their 25th year.
Yeah.
You're on your 50th year. I don't know what year that makes me. I mean, 20 plus, well, I'm not 75 yet, but I'm working my way up there.
Now, the thing is you probably didn't know this, but we used to also own a piano store. It was called Bonnie's Classic Pianos. Now, Onofrio Pianos.
Oh, yeah, but Bob Baker was part of that store.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bonnie's Classic?
No.
Oh.
No, that was owned by us.
Oh, that was you.
And Onofrio Pianos was where you were at.
Right.
And they named it Classic Pianos.
Right, they changed it.
Just take off Bonnie's off there, and now it's Classic Pianos.
Oh, so the Mexicans got screwed over again.
No. We used to always lease out or rent to all these concert people.
Oh.
So there was one piano we took for Bob James.
Mm-hmm.
And we go over there and tune it and everything. He was all happy and stuff. And then
Bob's cool.
Yeah, and then the promoter comes and says, how much? This much. We quoted you, and here's your contract. You signed it. Oh, I'm not gonna. You're gonna pay it.
Right.
Piano's here, set up and tuned, ready for Bob James according to his contract.
Right.
You're going to pay.
Right.
They didn't understand
Mm-hmm.
what it takes to, like a quality of a musician like yourself,
Well,
or Bob James, or
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
What they require.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, here's the crazy thing about it, because I've been going, head to head with these promoters or booking agents, or sometimes even the venue owners in different places. It's crazy because they'll sign that contract like they signed the contract with you, and then all of a sudden when you present the invoice at the thing and the piano is sitting right there, they get this amnesia like, oh, I don't know, what's your name? No, we've never met anyone named Henry. No, that's not a piano. No, we didn't bring that piano.
Steinway.
Yeah, right. And those are expensive to move. They're expensive to tune. Like a tuning is $200 now.
Yes.
And if you have a quality instrument, and I know Bob loves a really good piano, as do I, that makes a real difference in the show, because a digital piano is never going to be a Steinway or a Bosendorfer or I'll use this as a plug for Bob, or any of the other fine pianos for sale right now as part of the Labor Day clearance weekend at Classic Pianos on South Broadway, 1332 South Broadway. Just ask for Bob.
Now, it's interesting. We also leased a Borsendorfer it was called the Greystone Castle.
Oh, yeah.
Before they changed the name.
Right.
And they were taken over by
They changed it to Hefe's Hideaway.
They were taken over by the IRS.
Uh-huh.
And our piano was in there.
Oh, my God. And how are you going to get your piano out?
I was fighting for it. Finally, they gave me 2 hours to get it out on a Sunday. I came with 2 men and a horse, you know, to get it out of there. It was a 9-foot Borgia.
No, you've always had a really good horse, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Maximilian, the horse, he could take it out.
Yeah, and it was a 9-footer, so you know, but those are like
Those things, you know, people don't know a piano like that weighs about 3,000 pounds.
Yes.
Like you can't just put it on the back of an average horse, like Tonto.
It was so close.
No, Tonto was the Indian. If
We
it
were
was the
so
long-
freaked out.
How did you get it out of there?
Quickly.
Did you just push it down the hill into the taco truck? Yeah.
As fast as we can get it out.
Yeah,
So
my
far,
God,
so
we
good.
are really going out there on a limb today. Well, it's
We
really
have
great
to
to see you,
sometime.
man. Are we going to play any more music, or
Of
just?
course, but we're talking. Now, come on, Rob. I mean, you come on here as a talk, but we're going to play some Andy Stokes, who did some
Okay.
collaborations with.
I don't know who that is, but
He's out of the Northeast up there, and he came in here in concert, and then he also did
Oh,
some
really?
collaboration with Snoop Dogg and a few
Mm.
other people. He's really good. He used to be a background vocalist for a lot of the big name artists.
wow.
And so we've got him right now, and we're going to
Great,
play his
man.
music.
Well, the song is called "No Better."
Ooh, it doesn't
Andy
sound good.
Stokes, formerly with Snoop Dogg.
So you can hear this in its entirety.
Yeah, it sounds like old school R&B kind of smoothie vibe. Oh yeah, man, that's like Isley Brothers. It sounds like Isley Brothers and Maxwell a little bit, and Commodores.
Remember the Commodore?
It's a little Commodorian, you know.
Commodorian, I like that.
Commodorian, we like the Commodorian flavor to the smooth vocals of the Andy of the Stokes. Yes, we love the Andy.
So you
Yeah,
can
that's
hear
very
this
nice, man.
song in its entirety on the radio. We won't be talking on the radio while this song plays, but I told Andy I'm going to play it for him. And if you're
It's so
watching
great
this-
he stopped by here to see him. Where was he? Where
Well,
was he
didn't.
gigging at?
No, he didn't. He's still in the Northeast. He sent it.
Oh, he
this-
sent it to you.
Yeah, all this stuff now from all the big name artists is coming through a thing called Platinum Delivery. Have you heard of that?
Mm-hmm. Platinum delivery.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you look at this right down here, I'll
Going deep inside the KUHS computer.
see where it says Platinum Delivery.
Oh yeah.
So everything is coming through Platinum Delivery
Oh nice.
as they deliver their new music, and so of course we pull it up and we're
And
ready,
there it is.
We're ready to go with all the new songs.
Oh wow.
I just played a couple of these, you know, Miss Monet, and just all
Nice.
these different songs by all these different artists. I'm
I
trying
love it.
There's a lot of great stuff in here that it's coming from all over, you know, and everybody's submitting it. It's like, okay, you guys must like us now.
Well, you guys are. I mean, almost every time I come in, you guys are listeners. Henry can go onto his web trafficking metrics thing, and he pulls it up, and there's people in like 150 countries.
It's
listening.
249.
249 countries, and he can see who's listening and how long they've been on, what time they came on. I mean, the stream has really grown
We
in
got
popularity.
Denver, Gaimon, Petapik. I can't even pronounce some of these places. The reason we have a lot of this coming up from a lot of different parts of the world is because we have the gal from India here. She's big. She's a influencer.
Ah, okay.
So boom, she gets up there, and all of a sudden she's got us all these.
Wow,
listeners.
man. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, you guys. You see this?
Influencers.
It's like a whole scrolling thing of just thousands of people listening to us right now from all over the world, which is great. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
really.
love you. You always come down now. I mean, I bugged you so much. After a while, you like get hooked on us, and that's what everybody does. So we've got another track of yours coming up, track 4. Do you remember track 4?
No, I don't have any idea. Oh yeah, this is my.
Now you remember.
Well, I need to hear it a little bit because.
You got so many.
Yeah, but this is called Cha Cha Cha, And my new album is called The Best of the Trio. You'll be able to get it at Dazzle September 21st. I'll have it there. You know, Latin music. I've always loved Latin music, and what a lot of people don't realize about my song catalog and stuff is almost every big hit I've had is a Latin. It's a Latin tune.
And that's the key.
Bossa Nova,
Mm-hmm.
Making Love was a Bossa Nova.
Well, I already know about that, Making Love.
Making Love, well, don't go off track of me here. Before you go, that was a Bossa Nova. Then I put out Samba on the Soulscape record, right? And then this was Tango Delicioso that came out 2018. And this is Cha Cha Cha.
Cha Cha Cha.
Yeah, just, you know, happy music, happy people.
And people out there dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, now I want to ask you something. Over at the Dazzle Club, they offer that little side to dance, don't they? Or they're not allowing that?
We'll let you do it, but only under armed guard. Because, you know, you can get worked up, and then you're kind of like William Shatner of the streaming scene. Like, all these people will be, ooh, there's Henry. I mean, let me go get some Hefe. I'm going to get some Hefe right now. Get my Instagram going right now.
Get my Instagram going.
I don't think it's really a dancing club. It's more of
not. It's a
listening room.
But they did have
But
some
sometimes people get that
Happy.
excited, and they just get up and they start moving around.
And this is the kind of tune that would get you going.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'll tell you a funny story. So there's a place in Santa Monica where I play on occasion called La Puglia, and I'm sure I pronounced it wrong, but everybody that's there is super chill except for the owner.
Whoa.
Okay, so
except for
the owner, you know, so she's and I've never been allowed to meet her, but she rules with an iron fist from the back room. She'll send her mercenaries out. So I was doing a show there, and Scott Yano, the jazz writer for Downbeat, LA Times, New York Times, he drove 2 hours down for the This Way Up LA CD release party, and he's in the audience. I'm like, wow, man, the show better be great. I better put on a great show. So we get to the end, and we start playing this tune. And the people just naturally, they were feeling it, and they all got up and they were dancing. So the booking agent was there. I've forgotten what his name is. He was so excited because never in the history of this place has everybody been in such a good mood. They would get up and dance and like meet new people and stuff. So he was excited, and he goes running back to the office to tell the owner, wow, Rob Mullins got everybody up dancing. They're all having a great time. He had a picture of it. And you know what she said?
What's that?
She said, we don't have a dancing license. Get out there and get everybody in their chairs immediately. They're not allowed to dance.
Jesus.
And I was like,
spoil the party.
I was like, man, good luck with your club, lady.
Yes, Jesus.
I mean, you know, because
they say you have to have a cabaret license, but you really don't.
It was about 8 minutes long.
Nobody even gives a shoot.
I mean, it was about 8 minutes or so, but you know, you don't want to.
But Rob, the gal
kill
was
the vibe.
stripping down on your piano. That was the problem.
Well, that's happened before. That used to happen at Monsoon Cafe when Monsoon was around. That place was a wild joint, and but I'm on an NDA not to talk about Monsoon, so we'll just talk about anything else that you like.
I was wanting to bring that up, but you always avoid the good stuff.
Well,
Rob.
some of our early interviews, you and I went pretty far out there.
Oh my God, you would.
When we did the Valentine's
show, you would get
show,
me talking like that. I don't know how you get me talking like that. I'm so mellow, and then you get me talking.
When we did
like
the
that.
Valentine's show, and the guy shows up, and his Valentine's gift, like he was from a nut farm. Yeah, really, like, you know, Joe's Nuts and Berries or whatever. They came in with this thing of nuts and berries and set it in front of you and me, and then he wanted us to talk about it on air, and I was just like, I ain't saying anything first, Henry, you got to talk. And you're like, no, man. And it was sitting right there in front of us. You're like, how are we going to not make a dumb joke?
I know we had to. We went there. We did
Valentine's Day, nuts, berries, what more do you want?
Yeah, it all went together.
Yeah, it all went together.
And somebody wanted it. It was a giveaway.
Right, it was like a gift basket.
And I
Yeah.
forgot who won it. I can't remember. Somebody called in or did something.
Well, we've always had a good time hanging out together, and congratulations on all your success. Now, in the 50 years that you've been doing this, besides having me on, What is some of your favorite moments, like in the 50 years?
Oh my God, there's
But I
so
mean,
many favorite
you
moments.
got the piano hauled out of the place.
That was just
IRS.
the piano thing.
Yeah, but tell another
And
story.
all the different things about.
Tell another story, man.
Oh my God, of all the different people we got to promote. You know,
Mm.
they were called the Miami Sound Machine back there, not Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound
Oh,
Machine.
you promoted them early.
Yes, Kool and the Gang early.
Okay.
A lot of bands.
BTS.
BTS, that was early. But
Right.
They kind of disbanded. They're not quite going right now because one went to the service and a few other things. BTS.
Oh,
was
they
really
have
big.
they have mandatory military service.
So there's been a lot of stuff.
I've
that
wanted
we
to
pushed.
send some saxophone players I didn't like for mandatory military service before. That's a good way to change. Nope, sorry, she's in Bahrain right now doing her mandatory military service. But no, you work with a lot of acts, and you know that sometimes they come in, sometimes you do them over the phone, right?
That's right. A lot of the big names, a lot of acts here in Denver are hitting it pretty big, and there's some that we've touched. You know, like Cass Clayton, I got to give her some props. Reveille, she's in the country field, country western or whatever you want to call it. In that genre, she's hit it pretty good.
Nice.
So there's been a lot of bands they've come in here and taken off. Then we've got one song, and I'm going to play it here in a bit, so you can hear it. And you tell me what you think. It's called Hole in One. It was done as just a fun song, but it just hit. And I'll let you listen to it, okay?
Okay, well, sometimes that's how it works, though, man. Is that you'll have something, and then you might make a very serious album like Bobby McFerrin did.
Yeah, just all of a
And
sudden,
then the
boom.
very last song was "Don't Worry, Be Happy,"
And
that was his last thing, and then that's how he got famous.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so these next two songs I've got coming, they're coming all the way from the other side of the world in Italy. Pierre Lombardo, he's got these two songs. He says, maybe you can play this off our song.
Oh, nice.
Everything.
So you let people
is
send
all
you
right.
stuff from all over the
Oh,
world for
yes.
consideration.
Yes, but we listen to them ahead of time.
Yeah.
And there's so many to listen to. Now, with this Hole in One song I'm going to play in a bit, I want you to listen to this song because, and we'll play it right away before we play the ones from Italy. And you tell me about
it's not about golf.
It is, but watch, you're not going to believe this song.
No, wait a
And then you
minute.
tell
On
me-
the Smoothie Jazz Show, you're gonna promote golf, which
Right.
is the favorite sport of all smooth
And you
jazz
tell
guys.
me what you think.
It is. Golf is the favorite sport
I
of all
know.
the smooth guys.
No, watch, I want you to listen to the song. You tell me who's doing this music.
Okay.
And you may recognize him, you may not, but it's
Came from
really-
Rico Suave and
Yeah.
across the pond.
Yes,
okay.
okay, so-
Hole in one.
Yes.
Hole in one, everybody.
So I'm going to make sure and turn the
Let's turn it on.
audio down.
See what's up.
And we're going to turn this up.
Okay.
So you tell me if this sounds like golf. It doesn't. This is like a mainstream tune to get out and dance.
Well, I could make it sound like golf. You want to see me do it? Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Give me. Oh. Oh, nice. Hole in one. Okay, join me on the hole in one coming up. 1, 2, 3.
Hole in one.
Hole in one.
I was giving you the background.
Oh, we're on.
I've
We're
set it all
on.
up.
Now we want royalties, man. You know.
What do you? Yeah, I
Hole
told
in
you you
one.
got to get this.
Hole in one.
You got to get a copyright immediately. I just
Right.
posted it up there. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, this will be very popular.
It already, like the Colorado Springs station says, can you send that to? I go, wait a minute. It just started boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, man. People love a hole in one, and you can
What do
interpret
you
that
think?
any way you
who's-
like.
Who's jamming?
You know.
Who's jamming?
I don't think I've ever heard about a hole in two.
You can.
Oh, that would be called a birdie.
You can do
If
that.
you do it two.
Yeah, or you can go backside, front side.
Oh.
Or you can come in the back door like you're telling me you did.
Yeah, and I came up the back stairs. Like, here we go. Hole in one. You were late,
I
man.
was, but you
Okay, engineer, rewind that. Henry's late. We got to copy, paste, snip,
Redo
Pro
it,
Tools. Hole in one. You missed it again.
No, you just overrode me with your
Man,
vocals.
Come on, bro.
Okay, I'm not gonna be in the band.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Hole in one. See, there you go.
See, I got it, bro.
You got it now, man. 50 years in the making, and he finally gets his background vocal career going.
You're not saying anything about this song. Who's
I like
doing it?
Who's doing the song? I don't know. You said it was somebody from overseas, right?
No, this one is here in Denver.
Oh, this is a local
A
person.
local person.
Oh, boy, that's rough. I don't know, man. Let's see. Who could it be? Greg Gisbert?
No.
No?
And he's a singer of a band.
Gosh.
It's a band you probably never heard of.
Is it Hot Lunch?
No. And, you know, I've got Hot Lunch up here too.
I like Hot Lunch.
I've got a Hot Lunch right
I
here.
remember when they formed their band.
I've got a Hot Lunch right there, Broken
Yeah,
Promises.
Is it Tony Exum Jr.?
No, he was here the other day.
Yeah, I heard he was coming over here, man. He said, I'm scared to go. I said, no, man, take enchiladas. You'll be okay.
You'll be okay. You'll
You'll
like
be
it.
okay, man. That's cool. Hey, I want to hear that Hot Lunch cut, man.
So we're gonna do the two from Italy. Next.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk about it first.
Okay, cool, man. So are you gonna tell me who this is or not?
Yeah, once we come on here.
Okay.
I don't know why that. Don't tell me why that.
Henry's
I have
testing
no-
the outdoor baseball stadium speaker right now. Hold on, people, because you might want to take your headphones off to escape audio death, which has happened here on more than one occasion, but
Yeah.
not recently.
Kaboom!
Kaboom!
So let me ask you something, okay? So you didn't know who that was.
No.
I'm gonna say his name. You still won't know who he is.
I might.
Ed Padilla.
No, I don't know Ed Padilla.
Padilla.
Ed Padilla. No, I don't.
Padilla. Okay, let's.
Come on, man. I'm Mexican in name only, bro. I'm Mexican in food
Oh,
only.
Morens, man.
Food only, man. Food only.
Okay, so the Soul Food Band.
Okay.
Have you heard them?
No, I just
See?
did though, right?
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I like how on the list there it doesn't say who it is.
Ah.
I don't know how you remember all. That's not a fair blindfold test.
I know,
That's
but
not
I
fair.
had to see if you recognize that. You know, it's like
No, that song's gonna be a hit, man.
it already is.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I'm
already-
telling you. I said, he goes, hey, dude, I haven't copyrighted. Hurry.
Oh yeah, well you can file the copyright after you
After,
get it
yeah.
out there, but
And that's what we did.
the important thing that he's got to do is register with a PRO.
Yes, and that's all I'm doing.
And you know, for those of you that don't know what a PRO is, it's Performing Rights Organization. So BMI, CSAC overseas, and ASCAP. BMI is more for instrumental composers like me. I signed up with them when I was still in Lincoln High School because I was already publishing and releasing music. ASCAP is more for vocal material, and you got to do that, man. You register that music, and then be sure also for all you young artists, put an ISRC code in all of your music because that's how your songs literally like phone home the information to the royalty collectors.
Now, we've got these two new songs coming up here shortly. Everything is All Right, and I Asked for You by Peter Lombardo.
Oh, no,
And
that is.
It's a great band, and they're from Italy, and
Okay.
he's got.
Oh, now we're going to go to Italy. Okay.
Now we're going to Italy, and so they're a little different, but it's good jazz music for our jazz show. And so, you know, I like to reach out all over the planet so that we can have a variety of the genre, the way it's played, jazz out that way.
Right.
You know, so everybody has their way, you know. So it's like.
Yeah, and if
They're-
you donate $100, you get a free smoothie. It's a smoothie show.
The name of the band is called Camera Soul.
Ooh, that's a cool name.
Yeah, so we'll get that started right now,
All right.
and you tell me what you think. Brother.
Cool. All right, so it's Grammy voting season. Henry's trying to get me to like make predictions and talk about this new music. Oh, I love this already because it's like I already feel the Barry White underneath it. Remember Barry White?
Yes.
Baby,
It was so funny.
you know,
Saturday Night Live did this
you
skit.
make me sweat. hot
They brought out
chocolate.
this guy. They called him Barry White. Yeah, look it up on YouTube. It's a skit. It was so funny. The guy.
Man, does anybody still watch Saturday Night Live?
Oh
I haven't-
hell yeah!
Really? I haven't
Oh,
seen it in
yeah.
a long time.
They got some great stuff up there.
They're
It's
still
hilarious.
going, man.
Oh my god.
They're as old as you.
Not yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean, as far as the show, is it 50
Oh,
years?
your show? I thought
Yeah.
you meant me.
No,
That's
you're
quite
still
old, brother.
You're still a spring hombre.
I'll ride a big horse. You've seen my big horse.
Okay. Okay. This is spoiler
where it
alert.
gets crazy.
Tell your kids go back to the homework now because Henry's starting to get loose.
He's gonna bring out his big horse.
You know, this kind of music is really the romantic kind of soulful track. You know, vocal soulful thing. And like my tune, Soulful, you know, that you played so many times, this is really nice romantic music, and any kind of music that makes you feel good or makes you feel in love or lifts your spirit, that's what Planet Mullins, Rob Mullins, that's what I'm all about. I'm not about the, do you know there's a thing called drill rap that's about, you know, the type of bullets that you shoot people with and stuff? It's awful. Drill rap, it's a whole genre. And I went up against Roland Corporation because they were promoting these sound packs, and it's about, you know, killing people in the ghetto. And I wrote them a letter. I said, man, why are you promoting this violence? And, you know, they didn't write back, but obviously for money. And I don't understand the way money in the arts works at all, because if Jeff Bezos is such a cool CEO of Amazon, where's the Amazon Jazz School?
That's right.
Where's the Amazon Academy of the Arts? I mean, why is he not sponsoring contests, scholarships?
I don't understand why all these corporations don't get it.
Facebook ought to be doing it.
All of them.
Who's
Facebook
the other guy?
Keeps you. They censor
Bill
everything.
Gates.
They
Bill
censor
Gates.
everything.
Yeah, they censor everything.
I put on your music the other day, and they muted me out because it says it's copywritten.
Well, I did file my copyright like you said, so now you owe me, bro. Now you have to pay me the back money.
Well, I was trying to promote you.
No, it's fine. I mean, you don't have to worry about me.
They did that. They actually did that.
That stuff is going to happen, but, you know, I don't understand why Bill Gates, you know, look, man, he's got the...
Well, he was married to the gal.
Melinda, right?
Yeah,
So
Melinda
the Bill
kind
and
of scared the hell
Melinda
out of her.
Gates Charitable Foundation. Okay, what did you do for jazz artists, and how many years? Like, I remember when Microsoft Word first came out, and I was in Huntington Beach, and it was like, I was using it in 1993, and it was like, oh, you tried to make a copyright violation of Microsoft's principles, and then I would literally get these email warnings about, you know, their copyright was so strictly enforced. So what did they allow to happen? Oh, they allowed Napster to happen, where everybody's music was stolen, and it's been a downhill slide for all of us composers, recording artists, and musicians for all those years. What did Bill Gates do to step in and help the artists? Nothing, ever. I mean, go, you know, send me an email and show me how Bill Gates is helping the kids in the Denver public schools, or the ones in Seattle up by where he's based, become good actors, become strong thinkers, become great musicians. It's not happening, man.
And you know what I like about our closed captions is, you know, everything you're saying is talking about musicians and thinkers. Now that's one thing you are. Now they say playing the piano and math and all thinking goes hand in hand. Is that true?
Yeah, it really does, but it's very selective. So, so the thing about it is,
it only selects certain people.
no, there's only certain parts of your brain are great.
Yeah.
And I learned this by all my failed relationships with women. Because they've
Well, I
always
know
been,
why the failed relationship. I really.
well, we don't
you
have
can't
time.
Be playing the
no, we
ribs
can't
as a
go into
piano.
another show. Don't you have a relationship?
Well, you
gal?
always get them naked, then you start playing the ribs, dude.
No, that's not. It's the riffs. But
you start doing your chops.
well, I never had.
Do they like that?
Well, the sound of the music is the important
You make
thing.
her like. Do you
And
make her
stop
sound
it. Just
her sounding
get your
board?
mind out of the gutter. I'm trying to say that people that are musically talented in extreme ways, and I've been told that about myself, but also many students
You're
that I know.
talking about the women.
We have a certain thing that we do well, but for example, like tying my shoes, I've struggled with that my whole life. Like, I've got this musical thing and I'm geared towards that, but then when it comes to like putting my shoes on or whatever, it's like, I don't know how to tie my shoes. And you'll see that, which is why all of us, I'm serious, man, it's why all of us
That's
need
not
each other.
serious. Come on. You're like Rice Krispies, right?
What is
You
that
bend
supposed to
over
be?
and say, snap, crackle, pop.
No, that's when you get into the hip replacements,
I'll never do that.
No, I wouldn't either, man.
Man, hip arm, like I'd be all, like a bionic man.
They say when you get older,
Can you like have that replaced?
You can replace whatever you want apparently.
So
because
maybe
now in
replace
Japan
that
they're just building replacement wives.
Oh my gosh.
I know, where you just like go
Select
buy
the one
one,
you like.
and then they I don't know. I've never thought about doing anything.
Are you still with the Itty Bitty Titty Committee?
No, I had to turn that over to who did I turn that over to? Someone outside Greeley. Oh yeah, at the Montford Meatpacking. They took the trademark over for the IBTC. Yeah.
Have you been? Here's what I found.
I went
so
to school
ironic.
in Greeley, man. It smells like nowhere else in the world.
Yeah, you know what's really crazy is they go hire all these people who don't have their papers to be in the United States, right?
Yeah.
And then they call the INS on them right when it's time to get them to pay them.
Right.
That is so wrong.
It's wrong, man.
Yeah, it's like, okay, then go get another group and then do that to them.
One of the things on my California trip, because I always check in with my buddies who are restaurant owners and entrepreneurs and real estate agents, and my buddy that owns the Indian restaurant, he said, man, it's crazy in LA because now we have the homeless industrial complex. And I said, wow, I never heard of that homeless industrial complex. What is that? And he says, the developers get in there with the politicians, and then they decide, okay, we're going to dedicate this many $1 billion towards housing for the homeless, and then they create a bunch of rules, and then they get all the people, and then they, fight through all the committees, and the neighborhoods are all going to hell because nobody wants these places, and the people that are paying, my apartment in LA is $3,200 a month, and it's about the size of this pad. I mean, it's crazy. And then when I went there this last time, I said, what about the homeless hotel? They converted a roadway in. I told, what about the thing? He says, no, it's on the next phase of the homeless industrial complex. So those guys that were there, they couldn't follow the rules. Most of them died. They moved some, and now they're selling a whole new package, a new set of developers. It's like the government spending all their money around. Oh, it's our money, though. That's the bad part. It's supposed to be our tax money. But
what do you think of this song? This is the second song coming out of Spain. Now we're going to go into this other one you want to hear.
What's the name of this band? You don't know.
Yes, I just said it earlier.
Which one? Padilla?
No, these two. These two songs are from the other side of the world.
You got to get a better labeling assistant, man.
We're going to go on with this.
That was pretty. I like that.
Yeah, both songs are from them, and they are from the other side of the world.
It's great, man. Italy's always had a great jazz scene.
Yes, that's what they are. And right now we got the Hot Lunch Band. This is an old song.
I like Hot Lunch.
An old song, but we're going to play it because they don't get it airplayed. I'm airplaying it, and so it's a great song. It's called Broken Promises. So,
nice, man.
So it fits. It kind of fits our genre.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go vintage, man. We're gonna go vintage Denver. Yeah, there was Hot Lunch Band, and there was a couple other Freddie Hinchy Band.
Yes, Freddie Hinchy.
Remember those guys?
One of the guys is with what's his name's band? I forgot the name of that band, but he's singing with them now. Freddie Gowdy.
Oh, okay.
And so I've talked to him. I've seen him out and about here and there.
Nice.
He's singing with Rob. No, what was their names? Oh, I can't remember their name right offhand, but I'll get it. It'll
play the dang song, man.
Yeah, it's not up yet. We got 53 seconds to talk.
Oh, we got 53. Okay.
Let's see this.
Well, let's just talk about the difference between good jazz and what's out there being popular. Now, there's two things really popular now: sad, heartbroken teenage girls. That's Taylor Swift and the Swifties. Oh, he left me. Billions of dollars.
Camera Soul is the name of the band.
Oh, okay, there we go. And then the other one is like 4-bar rap loops. So, when you come see my band, and it's a great band.
The 4-bar rap loops.
We don't have the rap loops. We don't have the 4 bars. We're actually playing an entire musical phrase. It's 8 bars, and it might be 8 more bars of something new. I mean, it's revolutionary. Kids are going to love it.
We're going to introduce the next song with
Oh.
the Hot Lunch Band, Broken Promises.
Okay.
And you tell me what you think it is. I don't know if you've ever heard
I
this.
love these guys. It's a vintage band from Denver, one of the dance bands that's been around forever. Excellent group called Hot Lunch, and the name of their single is Broken Promises.
Tell me what you think, Rob. This is an old tune, but it still fits today.
I can see James Bond is in the corner. That synthesizer line is from Perry Mason.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's from Perry Mason. Okay, I'm going to sing it. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Right? Ba-ba, ba-ba. It's Perry Mason and synthesizer, Matt. They were watching
no,
Perry
sir.
Mason.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
You're just...
Somebody call in and back me up on that synth line. That's a Perry Mason melody, man. Oh, this is great, man. Let's listen for a minute.
You like it?
I love it. And they got the horse hoops in there from Monty Python. Clap, clap,
That's
clap.
my horse.
Don't mess with my horse, partner. Country show's not on till Friday. Yes. Yeah, very nice, man. I like
You like
those
it?
guys. Yeah.
It's an old song.
Perry Mason.
Perry Mason. You keep hearing Perry Mason.
No, it is. Listen.
Rob, no.
That's Perry Mason, man.
I can't take you anywhere.
But you'll be able to kick me out soon, so that'll be fun.
No, I'm glad you came and joined me on this.
Man, I'm just so happy to see it because, you know, the California trip on this last tour, I drove.
Oh my gosh.
And I actually was so excited about driving because, you know, I like being in front of a crowd, you know, and my last four, actually every gig I did this year was sold out so far, and thank you everybody for that. But I like to get in the car and drive the Rockies and then
just
drive
look
through
and just
Utah,
feel the reality
feel
of
all that
earth
beauty
and-
out there. And then I stopped in Las Vegas.
Ooh.
And there's news out, actually, if you guys want to do a little, the Mullins Music Minute. In today's headlines, Rod Stewart had to step away from his residency in Las Vegas because of a recent COVID problem. We're not sure how long Rod will be out, but we wish him a speedy recovery. And the same thing happened to Frankie Valli.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when I went to Vegas, I always hang with my buddy Carmen Grillo, the guitar player, because he was with Tower of Power 10
Oh, yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah.
Then now he's with Frankie Valli, and he did an East Coast tour with Frankie, and they couldn't play the gigs because Frankie got COVID.
Damn. This COVID started breaking out again.
When Frankie's like 91, man, so you got to worry about that. I mean, you know, so the whole band, they all flew out there and everything, and then Frankie got stuck in his hotel room in a quarantine. And, you know, I just thought, man, call Anthony Fauci, right? And see if that guy can ever figure out what the heck actually, why we all...
He's got COVID too.
Well, I know.
Or
and then
some,
he-
not COVID.
No, he got
something else.
COVID, then he got West Nile, and I was
Yeah,
like,
West
good.
Nile.
Good, glad you
They
did.
can make those little mosquitoes. Those little...
I would rather have a healthy Rod Stewart and a healthy Frankie Valli. I don't care about Fauci, man. I never trusted the guy. But, and that's the Mullins Musical Minute for Thursday, whatever the heck day it is. Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. We have
Vegas was
another-
fun. Oh, got another update
Another update.
from Henry.
This is coming from a very, very, I mean, out there in the field, we found out that Rob Mullins was on his bike. It burst into flames, and now more at 9. Stay tuned.
Yeah, that mobile keyboard was so hot the bike caught on fire. And the new album is called Fire in the Hood. No, it's not. The new album is called Best of the Trio. And,
That best of the trio, you didn't think I'd have it ready for you, did you?
No, it's.
And you couldn't even remember the tracks.
I know,
And then you're
because
talking about labeling. Who didn't label their tracks?
you didn't label.
You didn't.
Well, you're supposed to type it in if it didn't
Type it
come
in.
right from it. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Here, you want me to do it for you? I'm going to put it, okay, for track 5, I'm going to put in there, only play this one. And then the next one I say, play this one and the other one.
So right now I'm going to throw up after this one. D.
Oh, he's going to
Lucas,
throw up.
D. Lucas featuring Daryl Williams filling you. This is some more jazz.
Oh yeah, I know Daryl. Yeah,
Yeah.
Daryl's cool. He's like Mr. Smooth bass player guy from Temecula, California.
Temecula.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Temecula.
You know
I said
Temecula?
Temecula.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
My
there's
sister lived just down there. And, you know, you go up the 115 from the airport. Is that the 115 into Corona, California?
oh into Corona, yeah.
That's what she
So I lived in Ontario, and we would go out the Corona Freeway
From
down
the
to the
Ontario
beach.
airport, yeah, you can then go to all the beaches right there. I can't understand why all the ladies are up there playing volleyball with nothing on.
Well, they get paid very well for that.
To keep those restaurants busy.
Well, man, Southern California, it still has its good parts. I mean, I went up to the Camarillo Ventura area, and I went
Did you go up
to
the
one of
Ventura
those.
Highway?
Yeah, and I went all the way out to where those fruit stands are to
Yeah.
get that. Man, the fruit out there that's off the highway.
They grow that stuff out there in the
Dude,
vineyards.
I
and all
got
the areas.
blackberries. I'll show you pictures. I got blackberries and raspberries, strawberries, avocados, everything, and they're in baskets. And I was thinking to myself as I bought them, I got this amazing thing for $6. I was thinking to myself, all those people that are so particular at their Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't have a plastic bag, and I'm so organic, and nothing. No, dude, it came out of the ground at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. It didn't get refrigerated, okay? It went into a tent. Then they put it out there, and then I ate
And
it.
Rob Mullins comes.
So there was no
Drooling along.
Kroger shipping. There was no inspections.
And
This and that.
spraying and stuff.
Oh, dude, the fruit out there is so good. But you know, California is in a lot of trouble, man. That was one of the good things, though, was the fruit and the food. Of course, I went to my favorite restaurants and stuff. But I don't know, the politics out there, they're making everything crazy. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, we got D. Lucas coming up, and then Johnny Britt, Walk On Bob.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'll play that here in a second. We're going to talk a little bit more about your upcoming shows
Sure.
at Dazzle.
Yeah, Dazzle Jazz, man.
So you got some. Who are you having on board with you on this?
Well,
I'm not going to do it. Last time you asked me to do it, I just couldn't make it.
No, it's okay, man. I mean, you're so busy with everything that you're
Well, I'm busy
going.
telling everybody I'm busy.
Well, that's the part about being too busy to be a busybody, to be a busy boy.
Oh man, he's busy.
Well, one of the things that I really like about when I am in Denver is that they have a jam session on Monday nights, and most of the young up-and-coming guys go to this jam session. And so Joe Andrews told me about it a couple of years ago. I've been going by there, and it's an incredible thing because here's these guys that are in college or just out of college in their 20s, early 20s, and they're playing like they're 60-year-old dudes from Chicago. I mean, great players. So out of that huge group of talented people, I picked a few people for my new quartet. One of them is Taylor Clay, and he's a tenor player. He's quite the character, too. He's a super cool guy. He's going to be on tenor saxophone. B.K. Khan went to CU Boulder, and he's an excellent drummer. And we actually had him at rehearsals down at the piano store, because I rehearse over
really?
there, too. Yeah. BK plays all around town, plays with all the local stars, and then Seth Lewis, who's just an amazing bass player, plays upright, he plays electric, he plays everything, and he's just now becoming a dad, right? So he's kind of off the radar. I saw him a couple weeks ago. He said, I'm off the radar, but I'm going to be sure that I'll be there for you, Mullins, on September the 21st. So that'll be his first gig back after welcoming his new son to the world. So shout out to Seth Lewis. Tickets are online at dazzledenver.com. Just go to the live events section. You can get them. Grab them before they sell out. We're going to have a great night. It's at 6:30. Beautiful piano at Dazzle. I don't want Henry to come, so somebody call in and make him go to Greeley on the night of my show, because I'm sick of him. No, just kidding. No, sometimes you make
on
it.
the door.
I don't know how the door is. Like, what's the secret password?
I'll be in the back door.
What is it?
Deliveries.
Yeah, exactly. But Yeah, it's been just a really great year for me. Every concert, every show has been sold out all the way since February. So I'm super grateful. I don't know what else to say except, come on down and say hi. September 21st at Dazzle, 6:30 is the downbeat. And Dazzle's got great bands all the time. They're bringing Ron Carter here from New York City. That's coming right up.
That's going to be
and lots of other fantastic bands. So, I always enjoy it. I always enjoy seeing you. Well, every other time.
Every other time. Where's he at, dude?
Yeah, have you seen the Nuts and Berries guy again, or do we have to wait until February? I wonder if Nuts and Berries went out of business.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I think Nuts and Berries will always be in business somehow.
Yeah, I think they are still. They're right around.
They're around the corner here.
They are. And so that was some fun stuff. I really liked that. That came out really good.
Yeah, man. Well, the shows all sound great, man. Do you still have the one, who is was she the astrological gal?
Yeah.
Yeah, is she still on there? Because I remember, folks, one time I came in, and it was like the whole vibe of the studio was like...
That is hilarious.
And I was like, oh no, is it a seance during the day?
It was.
It was. And this lady was channeling a Ouija board or something, and I'm going...
And you were getting frightened, and
I
all
was
of a
getting
sudden your
scared.
hat started moving.
My hat started going... Theme from Twilight Zone started to play.
It was.
And then I heard the Perry Mason theme from Hot Lunch.
Perry Mason. They're going to hear what you got to say.
I love Hot Lunch, man. God bless them for still being around, man. Folks, get out there and support your local bands. Support your touring acts. Remember, even Billy Joel says at the end of his gigs, thank you for coming because I really do need the money. And it's true, all of us, man. I mean, we watched our income go down, down, down because we don't get support from Amazon's president.
Right.
We don't get it from Bill Gates. We don't get it from even Elon Musk. I mean, he hasn't gotten into the arts. I hope Musk will get into the arts. Maybe he could make like a new saxophone spaceship.
Yeah, have you seen what his spaceship looks like?
Dude, the UFO thing, the new one?
No, his rocket ship.
Oh, the rocket thing, yeah.
You see what it looks like?
Yeah, we better
It's
get
like
off
a
the air
long shaft
before.
like this, and then at the top it's all bubbled up like,
I know, man. Well, he's not screwing around. You send one of those out into the universe, they're going to know you're not messing around. It's not your grandpa's Star Trek.
I still like Star Trek.
I still love Star Trek, man.
And like you said, what's his name would always be out there. He'd always have a chick, and they'd be from another planet all the time. He's over there kissing and making out with them in the back room.
I like the Romulans, man.
He'd have one of the Romulans.
Because I didn't like the Klingons.
The Klingons.
I see, that's the thing. I could never get past the stupid double entendre of the Klingon. But if you're a Romulan, it kind of gives you like...
A Romulan.
You're almost like a soldier. You've got a certain thing. You wear all black and you talk in a deep voice.
And that cute chick that was a Romulan would always come and get Captain Kirk.
Reyna Romula.
Yeah, she'd catch him in the back. And
man,
you wonder what they were doing back then. And then the spaceship was flying all crooked.
Spaceship would go crooked for
a
while.
And then he says, we can't hold on no more, Captain. It's going to blow.
If you want to watch something really funny, go watch Spaceballs by Mel Brooks. Because that's his
crazy.
spoof on all that stuff. Mel Brooks movies are great. I mean, he's recently been getting a bunch of promo talking about making Blazing Saddles and all these movies that he couldn't make. And it was interesting, too, because they tried to keep his movies from being released even back then. Because they were that controversial. But Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein.
Oh, that was great.
Man, with Marty Feldman
Walk
with
this
the two
way.
eyes.
Walk this way. So he's talking about...
I don't know. What do you think? Is there still hope for the universe, or is that?
Heck yes.
There is?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's good to know, man, because, I'm going to be at my therapist's office all the way until September 21 because I was aggressed against looking for my safe space.
You know where you come
I
from.
miss Mile High Stadium now. It's Empower Field.
You know where you come for your safe place is here.
Yeah, downstairs.
Everybody says, this is my refuge, Henry. What do you mean your refuge? I love coming here. This is a refuge.
It's a great spot, man, and it's really... You know what we should do, bro, is
Have
We
a
should
party
have,
in
yeah,
here.
let's have a holiday party.
Yeah, and have
You want to do it?
plenty of room.
I mean, you got room for a band over there. I
Yes.
won't play here for the money you pay, but I can get some guys. I'll get the chefs.
Yeah, you will, Rob.
I'll get the chefs
If
from the
if I bring
Japanese
you some
place to come up with an
enchiladas, if I
accordion.
bring you some enchiladas, oh yeah, I'll be there.
I will play for
You'll
Chile
go-
Verde. I will play for Chile Verde. I will.
For Chile Verde, man, I will play.
Absolutely. I will do it.
What do you
Yeah, but
do,
let's
Rob?
do
I'm in the
that.
tortillas, man, and you got no more.
You know, I ate at a Mexican place. I can't say it. Las Michoacan or something like that in Vegas, and they actually had the old school, the lady, like the really old lady, in a little teeny booth, like in a carnival, and she's just making tortillas all day. Man, those tortillas were really good. Mexican food, Japanese food. See, he's
Yeah.
before he was a media mogul.
Making
was-
tortillas.
He was at El Torito in the parking lot learning the tortillas, man. Well, I can't thank you enough for having me on again, bro.
Oh,
It's
this
been
is
great.
real. I mean, you
And,
got a few more minutes.
Oh, let's
to
give
go.
away some tickets.
What are they?
Let's give away some tickets. Okay, let's give away 25 tickets to Taylor Swift at Ball Arena.
Oh my God! Don't say that. We'll get hit hard.
I'm just
Well,
kidding.
you know what's nice is we use AI for some of our answering products. You know, so we
Mhm.
answer all these inquiries and stuff. And sometimes if it gets too much, AI will come up and I'll see it pop up. There's somebody really inquiring, so you better actually
Right.
talk to them.
Right. It's a nice filter. The AI
Yes,
thing can be a
it
good
helps.
filter.
It really helps.
Well, why don't we do this, man? I mean, the gig's not for a couple more weeks, so let's give away.
Can I do
two-
them slowly? Like,
Yeah, let's do 2 this show and then 2 maybe
well,
Monday.
not this
or-
show, Monday and the next show.
Yeah,
It gives
yeah.
me time to promote it.
Oh yeah, then you don't want to give any away today.
No.
So everybody's screwed.
Yeah, you're not getting
until
no
Monday.
Taylor Swiftie tickets.
No Taylor Swift. Man, that's crazy how the terrorists are coming trying to kill all the Taylor Swifties.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't-
Well,
you know what?
everybody's going crazy.
I know. I don't really
And
like.
then this politics is like something's wrong.
Yeah,
Something's seriously wrong.
yeah.
And this guy is going to Arlington National Cemetery against all rules, all laws, and doing photo ops over there.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
You don't
I mean,
do those things.
Well, the thing that's nuts is that you got to remember that, you know, it could very well be that for him, it's just White House Apprentice is all he's doing. It's like Celebrity White House Apprentice.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's his show.
It might just be a show.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in show business. I turn everything into a show. Maybe
But
it's
it's
just
good or bad, right?
well.
Well, tell us one of your worst
Hmm.
gigs. I know there was a couple that you've had that you show up, the piano's a piece of shoot.
Oh,
It's not tuned. They don't offer everything they offered, you know, room
Right.
and board and anything.
one of the worst gigs that I ever did. Okay, this is one from. I think everybody's dead at this radio station, and the station's gone by now.
No, sir.
Yeah, so, but I got a call to go play in Florida, in Orlando, for a thing. And, you know, you always, you know, at a certain level artist, you have a contract, and the contract has
With your writer.
specified, yeah, the writer and the things that are in there. So I had specified that it was going to be a tuned grand piano. And you wouldn't even believe it, you guys. Sometimes that you'd show up and the piano might be in tune, but there's wood splinters and there's no ivory on the key. And you start out to say, you know, 88 working keys, right? Stuff like that. So anyway, they flew me down there and they said, you know, you're gonna have rehearsal. You're gonna play with this opening act girl singer, and we're gonna put you in a hotel. Okay, fine. So I fly down there. I'm thinking everything is cool. I'm in my DoubleTree Orlando or whatever, and a standard thing for musicians, you take your suit coat out and your shirt and you hang them up in the bathroom and then you run the steam because you don't have time to send it out for the cleaning, and you know nobody like me irons, so you just let the steam in there and then you fluff it out. So I'm getting all ready to go. I'm going to go to the rehearsal first and making sure my clothes are cool, and I have the clothes up there hanging. What I didn't realize is I had hung my shirt on the sprinkler system for the fire thing. So I pull the shirt off of the thing and the hanger gets caught, and brown dirty water all over my head, all over my clothes. Sirens, fire alarms, everything goes nuts. The water is rushing so fast, and I see the water. And it's just like in those horror movies where the blood's going, and the water's running all the way off the second floor, off of my patio.
Oh, come on.
Down, this is all true. Downstairs, and I'm right above the front desk. My room is.
Oh my God.
So now the front desk people are going crazy, and I don't have any clothes on. And I'm thinking, I am going to be in such trouble here. What can I find? Okay, I got a pair of underwear. Can I put my underwear on? And I was traveling light. I didn't have a whole wardrobe of anything. And I'm thinking,
well, this
I'm
ain't
gonna have to come up with a great excuse, man, for how this happened. So I thought to myself, okay, I have my underwear. I have one clean towel. I'm gonna put on my shoes, and I'm gonna go downstairs to the front desk. And when I pretend that I just noticed this thing happened, and I'm in serious trouble, so I have my thing, and I run down to the front desk. I see the water coming out of the ceiling.
Oh, Lord.
From my room down into
Damn.
the front desk, and they're
Dripping
like,
down.
and they're at security, our ceiling is falling in, right, and all this, and then the fire truck pulls up, and I told him, I said, I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened, but all of a sudden there's this water, and it's terrible, and I've got a show to do, and you know, I don't know how I'm gonna get my clothes clean, and what am I gonna do? And they said, have a seat over there, sir. So then I'm sitting in the lobby in my underwear with a towel. I can't go up to my room because the fire department's here with their hose and everything. I'm thinking, well, welcome to Orlando, Mullins. So there's one. One of the worst.
Oh my God.
One of the worst gig stories.
Jeez.
I mean, there are a few of them. The gig actually went pretty okay, but what I had to do is I had to bribe the maids at the thing to wash my clothes.
And did they?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was allowed to go back upstairs to my room,
Were you
which had
late
all
to
this
your
water.
gig or anything?
Yeah.
Were they upset?
Well, I missed the first half of the rehearsal. The gig wasn't until
Yeah,
upstairs.
well, that's okay, yeah.
But I went and did the gig, and you know, it was pretty cool. The gig worked out okay. So, but you never know what's going to happen. Just don't hang your clothes. I didn't realize that was a sprinkler head, because it always used to
They're
be
all
like
over here. I see them all over the place.
I know, but it used to be hangers.
Do you see how many there are in here?
Dude, you could now if I ever want to take you out, man. All I got to do, boom, is just.
Look how many there are. If you look
Wow.
out that way. And then we've got all the cameras and.
Dude, you could do this and put a slip and slide in here and call it
Go down out the front.
Henry's Slidey Summer Party. What are you gonna do for Labor Day, bro?
Probably labor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. How many kids have you had this way?
No, I don't know, but there's all these events that are going on. So
There's a lot of stuff in Denver, right?
Oh yeah, right up the street here. There's this new place, and you would go good there
Huh.
really well.
What's it called?
It's called the Prost Brewing Company,
Oh.
and they have a big, huge beer garden on the side. It's outdoors,
Mm-hmm.
but the part of it encloses, and these doors will close if it starts raining. Then they open them back up, and it's all big stage. Everything's really nice.
Oh, really?
Really nice.
Okay.
They have bands on Friday evening from 5 to 10.
Okay.
And it's really, you would go good there.
I would, huh?
Yes.
Well, I always
Prost.
go good wherever they're drinking enough beer to.
Man, their beers are this freaking big.
Well, that's the thing. I don't
They
drink.
won't be able to tell what you're playing.
I don't drink anymore, but I always noticed when I was drinking, I never understood the whole concept of beer. Because beer, I would have to drink. I'm a big guy, right? I'm 6'3", like 230. I would just, how many beers do I have to drink before I feel anything?
This place. the
You
beers
only
are-
drink one.
One.
But it's the same size, it's the same amount of beer as like 14 filling up your gas tank in your car, right? No, I used to like Grand Marnier and the Snifter,
Yeah.
and then vodka and tequila, but I got in too much trouble with that, so I
Mhm.
had to straighten up.
Yeah, because, tequila makes all the ladies look pretty.
Well, so does 2 a.m.
Ever
You know,
seen
we
that
used to
one
say
meme?
in the 80s, we used to say the more you drink, the better we sound. Right? It was like that. But I miss the 80s. I miss the 90s. Even the zeros, because it wasn't so, the thinking wasn't so constricted. People weren't so paranoid about everything. There
Well,
wasn't
nowadays
so
you
much
actually have to be-
judgmental.
You kind of have to be paranoid nowadays.
About
You know-
what?
You don't know what, like the other day, let me just tell you.
Yeah, what happened?
I was over there at King Supers, right?
Okay.
And I was just looking for stuff, and I noticed way up at the top there was one last bottle of some, it was some steak sauce that I really wanted. It was some really good steak sauce.
But you're too short to reach
backwards. And
But
she starts,
is the bottle okay?
yeah, I'm holding on to it, I'm telling you.
Oh, you had it back.
Yeah, and she's grabbing me by my leg, pulling my leg, just like I'm pulling your leg.
Wow, that's terrible, man. I hope the steak sauce was A1 at least.
Just like I'm pulling your leg.
Yeah, it's boom.
Oh, come on, at least a consolation.
Ha, 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 ha.
I
No,
don't-
but you can get in those fights, like weird fights happen.
in the King Supers.
You could have them in, I had one. I had one back when I was traveling to Moscow all the time because I would go, over there and do lectures, and I would play there with Hubert Laws and stuff. And I learned get on Aeroflot from LAX because that's the Russian airline. They only flew on Wednesday afternoons at 5 o'clock, but it's the Russian airline, and it's a lot quicker. It's straight 13 hours. It's not LA to LaGuardia, wait 8 hours, LaGuardia to share a potato is what I call the Russian airport. Anyway, so I'm on there, right? And I was pretty much the only regular American non-Russian citizen on this plane, and I was one row away from the bathroom, all the way in the very back. But I got my carry-on, and that was all I would ever take because I never check luggage. I just put my carry-on up there. And these very large Russian ladies came to the seat in front of me, and there wasn't any room for their stuff. So they looked at me, and then they opened up the thing, and then they just took my luggage out and put it
up there.
Her, him, she, and whatever she goes by. Anyway, she comes and she looks at me and she's like, and she looks at them, and of course the ladies are looking down at their knitting by now.
Knitting.
We have nothing. We know nothing. And I was going, what the heck? So she says to me, you know anything about this? I said, yeah, that's my bag. Well, what's it doing here? It should be up in the thing. So I put it up in the thing, and these two ladies here took it out of there. They put their stuff up there, and then they put my thing in the thing. And then she was nice. She's about 30, very attractive, looked like she could be in a James Bond movie or something. So she takes my bag, sets it by me, and then she goes off in Russian on these two ladies.
No, sir.
For like 5 minutes. And SOB, she put my thing back up there, put my luggage back up there, and then she took the big bag, and she made them check that bag. They were so mad because nothing worse than you're on the plane. Now you're delaying the whole flight because your bag's got to go off. You got to get a ticket. Over. You got to wait at the thing, and that was a rough flight for me, man, because you don't realize on one of those 747s, if you're the person one seat from the bathroom, how human beings really have to go. There's like
That's right.